welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Capricorn. Let's call in spirit. Someone tap tap. Oh! Did you see that? I missed it. So maybe we have a tale here of somebody who's getting a second chance, a missed opportunity. Hopefully we have some resolution for that. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, Capricorn. I think we will start with the Energy Oracle. What do we have for Capricorn? So Capricorn, I'm reading for somebody where the situation involves a feminine energy who may, be seen as very reliable, responsible, or maybe even like wealthy, likely independent. She may be a little bit of an outcast. With the way the cards came out, the strategy was like head to head with the woman. So I feel like there are people that are trying to work against an independent feminine energy here. We have Door to Spirit and 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel. So someone in this situation, it could potentially be this woman holding a coin, or it could be another, I believe, feminine energy. We've got somebody who has a close connection in terms of their intuition, so they may feel the word psychic describes them, or they may identify with one of the clairs, like clairsentience, for example. But we've got this woman who's holding the Book of Secrets, or the, wisdom that one needs to get through life. So I feel like somebody has maybe been leveraging this intuition to handle those that are working against them. I would hope they are anyways. All right, we're going to continue with the Meta Muse. We have the Four of Swords and hidden energy of the Four of Pentacles. So it feels to me like we've got this woman holding a coin is hiding something. So if you're new to my channel, when it flips over but doesn't fall out, I consider that hidden energy. So something you're likely unaware of, or that, the community is unaware of. But this feminine energy that's holding a coin is holding something back. This could be information. This could be how she feels about a situation. With the Four of Swords also coming out, it feels to me like this feminine energy is working to heal from a situation. So she could be a little bit of a hermit right now, or being a little more selective with her time, or who has access to what's going on in her life. For additional hidden energy, we have the Three of Wands. She is waiting for something. She may have some plans in place, and there's a timeline that has to be considered that maybe she wishes she didn't have to. But I get the sense that there's a little bit of like impatience here. Damn, lots of hidden energy. So we also have the Eight of Swords. Not one of my favorite cards. So this feminine energy, it definitely makes sense that she would be maybe taking a little time out because she doesn't really know who she can trust. Remember at the beginning I said these two came out like this. So it's as if there are multiple people trying to find a way to trip up this feminine energy. And that makes a lot of sense considering we have the Eight of Swords. This can actually represent imprisonment because you don't have the ability to move, you don't really know where you can go, you can't really see things. I think this is really more so about somebody like a feminine energy that has discovered disloyalty or dishonesty among people that she thought she could trust. There's a sense that she has to keep things to herself. All right, the Hierophant. There may be some difference in her beliefs versus those that are around her. They may be viewing her as a threat because of how she views things. And I also feel like her unique perspective or approach helps her in terms of this strategy being, levied against her. So there may be something here about it's kind of like mystery book feel where a trap is set for her and it ends up trapping the people who are trying to trap her, that kind of thing. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. This is also clarifying strategy. So I feel like we have somebody here that is kind of like the leader of the pack, getting other people to join in on kind of like a campaign against this feminine. This could be like an ex, especially because it does kind of have family vibes to it. We have the Five of Wands coming out sideways. This is clarifying Dora's spirit. And I see this coming across as a couple of different things. There is a challenge here. And I think it's a challenge for multiple people involved here. Figuring out who's on what side. Figuring out who you can trust, if anybody. Figuring out what people's intents or motivations are. All of this has been a little bit unclear. But those that are leveraging their intuition are finding that they have an advantage. That's why this came out sideways. Not only is it a challenge to people, but I view this as neither in the upright or neither in the reverse because there are people experiencing both in this situation. There are people who are like, damn, I can't catch a break. Every time I turn around, there's somebody else that's trying to start a fight with me. And there are other people who are like, I really can't stand that person. I'm going to keep trying to start a fight, but it doesn't work. So it's an interesting Five of Wands situation. It's like we have people trying to evoke a reaction that aren't getting the reaction that they want. And we also have people who are like, why are you coming after that person or going after that person so hard? Like, what's the deal here? So we have the Seven of Wands and the Four of Cups. We may have a kind of distorted third-party situation where somebody in a relationship is, because I think we have two feminines here, is perhaps concerned that they're going to be rejected for somebody else, and that might be causing them to stir up some drama, some trouble here. But with the Seven of Wands and my throat chakra acting up, I think this person is finding it hard to spread the lies that they've been trying to use to fight against this other feminine energy, and that they're finding this competition of theirs or their opponent, the person that they're trying to take down, is on higher ground. It's really hard to fight against somebody who doesn't have the same, low vibration, because what are you gonna say bad about them that actually sticks, right? I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you're this individual at the top. And it's not really fun to feel like you have to watch out for barbs constantly. Like, who's gonna try to hit at me next, But it's also showing that the vibe I get is even though people want to, for some reason, like vilify whatever it is that makes you beautiful, whatever it is that makes you attractive, it doesn't work. Whatever they try to argue about you isn't true. So they may be able to, you know, put forward some gossip or some lies, but it doesn't really catch on because too many people have seen evidence to the contrary in terms of whatever this person is trying to say is true about you, Capricorn. So this fear that they have of eventually losing their relationship, potentially losing friends, losing face within this community, they're well-founded fears because they are making themselves look bad. People are seeing them as jealous or dishonest. Sorry. Ow! That was my ankle slamming into the stool. All right, back to the reading. What else do we have for Capricorn? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it really does feel like we have potentially like an ex situation where perhaps the new love interest, or well, really it feels like new versus old love interest, but one person is more invested in this, argument or war than the other. I think one person is content to just sit over here and do their own thing, whereas another person is like, I'm gonna come get you. Well, I feel like the person who was already with this masculine energy, in other words, the ex, is holding back information, even though it would be helpful in terms of the perception that the community has. See how there's a sword underneath her? She's hiding information. And I don't feel like it's disrespectfully. I feel like it's out of respect, actually. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, the relationship ended because this person did this to me. But this feminine energy is well aware that there are going to be people that will try to poke holes in this story, or maybe, just maybe, she wants to have a little bit of privacy, something we don't really do a lot these days. So whatever ended this relationship, this feminine energy is trying to really just move past it instead of like waste time vilifying the other person, especially because it looks like with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, she's been over there, no contact, moving on with her life. Why would she want to dredge this up? Another Four of Cups. Somebody here is, so I see one person rejecting their intuition, not wanting to listen to what it is that they know better judgment says they should do. And another individual is rejecting a community. I feel like it's this feminine energy, maybe rejecting a family, rejecting a group of friends, just like, nah, you are all so much more trouble than you're worth. I think I'm just going to go over here and like read some Edgar Allan Poe. I'm good. Another Four of Pentacles. That came out as hidden energy. Yeah, see, there's someone here holding on to the truth. And I'm starting to think this truth that this person has respectfully declined to share is something that would make their, it feels like an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend, leave this feminine energy. This woman holding a coin could have information on infidelity, dishonesty, or theft pertaining to the new wife, the new girlfriend, whatever it is. And for others of you, this is more about a new love, wanting to hold on, not be really open or honest about a new relationship because the ex is actually the one that comes for the battle, right? And tries to instigate things. So take it how it resonates. All right, we're going to use the situations deck since I don't know. What do you think? Is drama queen gonna come out? We'll see. We might also see the divorce card because it feels like we do have an end of a relationship involved here that has caused, I think, two feminines to at least externally be viewed as competition. I think one more so than the other actually believes that to be true. So we have meeting in the reverse, clarifying Knight of Swords. I think this is with discussions in the reverse and meeting in the reverse. I think this is about the feminine energy here, the woman holding a coin. She may have a cat, not really wanting to spend a lot of time with these individuals, not being super verbose or having a lot of conversation with this group of people. And again, there's some information that this feminine energy has held back. For some of you with this magnetic card, it could be that the ex, masculine ex, has reached back out to try to start things back up again, despite still being in a new relationship. But feeling this magnetic pull and realizing, perhaps even if it was somebody they left this original or this woman holding a coin for, that this woman holding a coin is not someone they want to leave in the past. But this masculine energy was in denial, so it's entirely possible he chose the wrong person, right? Feeling things for two different people, not really sure which way to go. Lots of hidden energy, so I do feel like we have a no or a low contact situation here. And somebody's got some sexy thoughts racing. It feels to me like we have somebody here who maybe chose the more, like the less of a challenge, right? Somebody who would let you do whatever and not really question you. And I think this person maybe initially thought it was better because of the sex that they had, but they're finding more and more now that the decision they made, the lower vibrational path, results in more hurt and pain for them. And now they're looking at this feminine energy that maybe they rejected or they walked away from, and they're realizing, I rejected the wrong person. There may be a change in terms of this person's physical attraction to the individual that they pursued a relationship with. We have love in the reverse. So it feels like somebody here with this clarifying the Four of Pentacles, someone is withholding love. Somebody is perhaps not interested in physically showing their love. Or for others of you, this could also be, this could also be that the divine feminine was withholding her physical love or physical affection until she got some measure of truth, right? So this masculine energy could be thinking quite extensively about this divine feminine, and for some of you this is, I never got to, show her how I feel. All right, let's see. If this is resonating for you, go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. We're going to continue with the Bianco Nero. So to clarify the meeting in the reverse, we have the Six of Swords, which is pretty decent validation in terms of, with the Six of Swords in the reverse, this basically states there's no saving this situation. Something is too far gone. And so it would explain somebody not really wanting to have a conversation, somebody not really being interested in seeing another person again, because if it's over, it's over. That's where we go our separate ways. I feel like that's how this woman holding a coin feels. She feels like, I've been down this road so many times, I've learned my lesson, I'm done doing the same thing over and over again. I see no need to invite that energy back into my life. The third time we've seen the Four of Cups. So you may be seeing a lot of fours currently, but this time it's in the reverse. This feels to me like somebody should have rejected a sexual advance but did not. This could have been what ended the relationship. There may have been infidelity. With Two of Pentacles, I would say yes. I think I'm reading for somebody whose relationship ended because, and it would have been a pretty respectable relationship, right? Maybe you lived together. This person was led astray by somebody that they were physically attracted to. They tried to juggle for a time, but it feels to me like it didn't take too long before this divine feminine figured out what was going on. We have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying love in the reverse. It may have taken a while, but there was an effort to invest elsewhere. Ten of Cups. So this divine feminine is a really good, like, caretaker of the home, probably a good cook. She may be a mother. If she is, she's a good mother. There was something very happy here, but I think somebody wanted excitement, and they ruined it. And it could be that this divine feminine didn't really want to air that business out, and as a result, there were people that thought that they could judge her for ending this, from the outside. Probably looked like pretty idyllic, right? Especially if there were kids involved. And that would explain why there might be a lot of people that are, gossiping or judging this divine feminine. We have the Six of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Swords in the reverse. So whatever was not working out in terms of being able to find stability after the situation, there is an effort now, perhaps we'll see the Wheel of Fortune, to balance the scales. The Emperor. Why do we have the Emperor? So for hidden energy, we have the High Priestess in the reverse and the World. And I take that to mean divine feminine, if you are, worried about whether or not you're just going to have another situation just like this one, rid your mind of those thoughts. Focus on being positive because those thoughts can be manifested. So we want to make sure that we're daydreaming instead of having nightmares, right? Like focus your thoughts on what you want to actually happen, not what you are fearful might happen. And I feel like with the Emperor card, for some of you, this is a new love coming in. And it's going to be something different because it's clarifying the Nine of Wands. It's going to feel like a departure from what you've done. But with the High Priestess in the reverse and the World as hidden energy, this is going to be unexpected. It's going to come out of nowhere for you. And you're going to be like, who the fuck are you? We have the Ten of Swords, clarifying the Four of Cups. This is like the worst kind of betrayal. So yeah, I'm sorry. For whoever I'm reading for, I think this is not a surprise. I think you already know that this person cheated or was dishonest with you. And with the Devil in the reverse, clarifying this Two of Pentacles, I think while it was really painful, you are getting to the point now, Capricorn, where you view this situation as having helped you free yourself from something that made you feel like you were bound. Because the Devil in the upright, that's about feeling tied to something. You can't leave it. It's an addiction. It's codependency. It's a fear of something. And that situation was preventing you from being able to heal with the Stars in the reverse. So being able to change this even though it was a painful experience to go through, I feel like some of you are realizing now that this was meant to be, and it was actually, Seven of Wands, divine protection. Yeah, exactly, Stewie. All right, we'll pull a couple from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then we'll call it a day. You will receive a gift from one who is dear to you. Who doesn't like a gift? You will be more successful telling the truth at all times. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Divine Feminine, I feel like, or Capricorn, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is, at times, too nice. You don't have to be telling people that orange is not their color or that their nails look like shit. But there's something here about needing to be more honest, and I feel like it pertains to your boundaries and what you think is acceptable for people to say or do around you. So let's focus on that voice. This Emperor card could suggest that's what you're working on, or that somebody could help you reclaim that voice. But that's definitely something I would focus on. Someone who is ill is going to recover. So if you're worried about somebody right now, do your best to be there for them. Maybe bring them some soup, but don't worry too much about their illness. All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading, Capricorn, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for all the support.